Today we're talking about some free promo sets for May the 4th.
Boo, give us more minifigures.
Now, I know some of you may be prone to agree with the Stormtrooper, but you should probably hear his full opinion first.
Boo, we want more minifigures in our gifts with purchases. Just give us Stormtrooper minifigures. Who cares about other minifigures? I don't want any minifigure that's not a Stormtrooper. Just give me more Stormtrooper minifigures.
See? Hello, I'm Josh. This is Josh Build Stuff. One time someone gave me a horse, and you know what I did? I looked it right in the mouth. Apparently that's a big no-no in the horse gifting industry. Did you know that I went to the Lego store earlier this week and I got a bunch of free stuff, and then I went online and I saw a bunch of people complaining about getting free stuff, or rather the quality of the free stuff that they got. Today we're talking about some free promo sets that you can get when you spend enough money at the Lego store between May 1st and 5th, I think it is, for May 4th promo stuff. You have to buy some Lego Star Wars sets. I don't know the exact amount. I spent $200 to get the new R2-D2 set, and I got 2 gifts with purchase for doing so. The first free set was a Tatooine Homestead diorama set. A lot of people had a lot of opinions on this set when it was first leaked a long time ago online. Personally, I like this set. It contains 217 pieces and is recommended for ages 8+. The second set was a free little Imperial Shuttle Polybag. This set has also apparently been found at Targets for quite some time, so again, people weren't super excited to get this set. Again, for free. I'm not going to talk much about the Imperial Shuttle, but here it is. I think it's nice. It's pretty good. It's a polybag build, so I don't know what people would expect from it. Lego Star Wars came out with the larger version of Imperial Shuttle earlier this year. That's currently kind of deconstructed in my case, so I can't show it side by side with this one, but I mean, I like this little set, so I think it's worth picking up if you find it in a store, and I will probably buy a second copy of this set if I do happen to find it locally. This Tatooine Homestead set, though, it seems to have brought out the Katy Perry in a lot of the Star Wars community. They're hot and they're cold, they're yes and they're no, they're up and they're down. Some of us even claim to be feeling like a plastic bag. What I mean is that people are either very excited or very angry about this little set for some reason, and I can understand both sides of the argument. Some people don't really care for these little diorama sets. They say we want promotional minifigures like Lego used to do. They say that when Lego Star Wars sets used to come out, the promo items, the free stuff that we would all get was actually good. Others, like me, they like these little diorama sets. I personally like anything that is a diorama. That's why I like Disney World rides so much. That's a different story for a different day. Personally, I like these little displayable sets, but sure, I would welcome having some minifigures that also came as free with these promos. This set, as some of you may know, is the 4th set to be released in this same size and scale that represents a little scene from one of the main original trilogy Star Wars movies. Lego's given us 3 of these before, 1 from Empire Strikes Back, 2 from Return of the Jedi, and now finally we've gone back to the OG Tatooine, the Lars Homestead in this case. It's been a while since the last of those sets was released, and so I was skeptical when building this one if it matched the same scale and size and a relative piece count, and sure enough, it does. All of those sets are around 200 pieces, and they are the exact same dimensions, at least in width and length, in terms of the entire size of this build. In terms of the actual build process for this set, I actually think it is a really great build. You build the entire thing kind of on its side. It sounds weirder than it is, but because the entire build in this case is kind of stacked sideways, you build up in certain sections and then you connect those sections all together. Really, it felt like this build was more complicated than the others because there is like a 2-story section, but overall I guess it is the same size in general. So overall I thought the build was actually really enjoyable. There are those out there who might not like micro scale builds. I understand that. There are those out there who might not like dioramas. I also understand that. There are also those out there who just want to complain about anything that Lego produces when it comes to Lego Star Wars. That I understand a little less. First of all, I'm not going to complain about getting something for free, and I know that free has an asterisk with it because I did have to drive down to the Lego store, wait in a line for a little while, and then spend $200 on the new R2-D2 set. So I know this wasn't actually free, but still, it kind of also was. Second, I would have absolutely just straight up paid for this set if it wasn't released as a promo. Not only is this a part of a larger collection of like this sub-theme within Lego Star Wars, which I absolutely would have bought, I like the build itself and the aesthetic of it. And on top of that, this scene depicts Tatooine, which, I mean, that is like the quintessential Star Wars planet to me. I know we all complain about how often we visit that planet and it's a big planet, full of desert and dust and nothing else. But for me, as someone who grew up with the original trilogy, albeit it was the special editions, for me, this planet holds a very special place in my heart. This is where, to me, Star Wars begun. It's a very unassuming environment. It's a kid, a young dude who is kind of trapped and lost on this desert planet with no real future, no way out, and then this adventure kind of comes to him in the form of a sand crawler, in the form of a couple of droids. Again, everything is just undertoned and so unassuming, and yet it leads to this whole adventure in this whole big, wide open universe. And there's something to be said about a little planet covered in sand. And speaking of sand, that's what this build pretty much is. But I think it's done really well. Again, the entire build is done on its side, which is creative just by itself. But then you've got a nice, cool little mountain range in the background there. You've got two different colors of tan, both regular tan and dark tan. Shout out to LEGO for using all of their resources. But I mean, the whole build could be very boring and unassuming, much like the planet of Tatooine, and yet I still like what LEGO was able to do here. In my opinion, there are just the right number of details shown in this tiny scene to show us what's going on without making the entire scene look busy. Obviously, this is the Lars homestead. We've got the little white domed building. We've got the little kind of underground recessed area where there's a couple of little other moisture evaporator antennas sticking out here and there. You can see the land speeder depicted here with a total of 3 bricks, which I think is creative. As much as we LEGO Star Wars fans love to complain about getting too many Luke's land speeders, I will gladly buy any others that come out. We've got a couple of little moisture evaporator antenna tower things sticking up here and there, and this one in the back is actually depicted using a little white lipstick piece on top, which I think is very clever, and I don't know that we've actually seen that piece come out in white before. And then, of course, we get the sandcrawler in what may be the smallest form factor that we have ever seen depicted in an official LEGO set. Yes, those are printed sandcrawler side pieces, no stickers in this set. And then, once again, like some of the other diorama sets, we get some classic characters depicted in little single 1x1 round studs. The scene here is obviously supposed to be the classic one where Uncle Owen goes down and negotiates with some Jawas to buy a couple of droids just because he needs some help around the farm. And again, it's kind of amazing what you can do with a well-depicted little diorama using only single 1x1 round pieces. As for my opinion on this set, dare I say I like it? I do dare, because I don't really care what other people think about my own personal opinion. I think this set looks nice. I like that it's a part of the larger collection of other sets that are like this, and I will gladly take any other little dioramas that LEGO makes like this. So overall, yeah, I'm perfectly happy with this as a free promo set, and I'm curious if you got this set as well. Let me know in the comments down below what new LEGO Star Wars sets you bought in order to get this set for free. And also this little Imperial Shuttle set, also great. I will gladly buy more of those if I find them in stores. And if I'm being very honest, I wish we got more Lars Homestead sets. I don't think we've ever gotten a set depicting that little hole in the ground where the Larses live. There's plenty that LEGO Star Wars could do with that. And yes, they could even include a couple of Stormtrooper minifigures.
Hooray!
So as always, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends, because we are so close to 2,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for helping me and all of us really reach that point. Again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.